Hi, welcome to part three of my my video series. Today we're going to talk about training. I'm going to take you to the gym and then show you what I basically think is the best strategy for body composition, for body transformation, training for body transformation. So training for body transformation is slightly different than the traditional fat loss training program. Traditional fat loss training programs concentrate more on burning calories, a long, steady, boring cardio. So when we're looking for quick transformation, we want to work basically on building up the muscle, and in a sense, I'm trying to shift as much as fat as possible. So this needs to be done in a gym environment with resistance, and we found the best way to do it is by creating a peripheral heart action, meaning using the peripheral muscle groups in a circuit training, so to stimulate high levels of lactic acid, which ultimately at the end of the workout will release high amount of IGF-1 hormone, growth hormone, massive burst, which will help you to shift fats after the training. 32 hours, your metabolism will be highly elevated, and then also depending on the type of exercise that you're going to do, it will determine the muscle growth. So you're going to have to use exercises that really stimulate the big muscle groups in a way that will stimulate muscle growth, but in the same time you want to create a good training plan where the sequence of exercises create oxygen debt. So in this way, you basically, with one stone, you kill two birds. You get a cardiovascular capacity, work in the same time, and in the meantime, working the muscles, meaning like stimulate the muscle in a way that they will grow and they will get stronger. So I would like to show you how this is done, and then how you can target basically muscle build and fat loss specifically in the gym environment. So we're going to pick basically a circuit with 4 exercises, and then after that I'm going to talk about the selection of exercise and why it's important, and what's going to be the progression after that. Thank you. See you in a bit. So, hi, so we back, yeah? So the selection of exercises was very in a precise order. So the first exercise was a leg exercise, more quad orientated, meaning like targeting the front muscle of the legs and maybe some glutes. That was the step up. Then we have a second exercise, which is upper body exercise. Normally that we like a pressing exercise, anything pushing, dumbbells, barbells. So in our case, we use incline dumbbell press. Third exercise, we're going to go back again to the legs. And then we're going to use exercise that target the posterior chain, meaning the lower back, the glutes, the hamstrings. In this case, it was a kettlebell deadlift. Also, if you noticed, the kettlebell deadlifts is a little bit higher platform, so it's not straining on the lower back. So you don't have to start the exercise from the bottom, from the floor. So that makes the exercise a lot easier for beginners if you're starting now. Also, if you even if you're more advanced intermediate, then it's good to give a little bit like a preparation for your lower back with a cycle of 3 to 4 weeks, training the top range, which is basically the exercise that we selected, top range kettlebell deadlift. And exercise number 4, we picked again upper body exercise, but this time instead pushing exercise, we're going to do a pulling exercise. So we have legs, quad orientated, upper body, pushing exercise. Number 3, legs, posterior chain, more hamstrings orientated, it's a deadlift. And then number 4, we have an upper body, but this time pulling exercise for upper back. So in this way, we hit pretty much all the major muscle groups, and we stimulate like with an incomplete recovery between the reps. We create a huge oxygen debt. So for the purpose of for this workout, we did 15 reps on each exercise. So normally what I would do, I would rest around 45 to 60 seconds between each exercise, and I go for about 3 rounds to start with. So I'm going to do this for a week, and then I would use on the alternative days. I can do the same workout or similar workout another 2 to 3 more times per week. So for the other protocols, I use the same sequence. I will use exercise that hit the quads. That could be something like a leg press, a different exercise, and then again upper body pressing exercise. That could be something like a shoulder press, for example, different from what I did today. And the deadlift exercise, the third exercise that I would select, it will be another variation of deadlifts, but it could be something like a trap bar, or like a normal straight bar, and still I'm trying to focus on top range. And then number 4 exercise, we again upper body pulling exercise. That could be a lat pull down, preferably something single arm, so you can work on any imbalances you possibly have if you starting from the beginning. So I will do something like a cable pull with one arm. So, and I'm going to focus on those muscle groups, but then still going to use compound exercises, isolated training the big muscle groups, so trying to stimulate muscle growth at the same time. And then it's very important to stick to the rests religiously. Be very, very strict with the rest. Even if you're not recovered fully, you're going to go for the next exercise so you can create an oxygen debt. That is the main objective of the workout, to create huge amount of oxygen debt. I challenge you to do 3 or 4 rounds if you're a bit fitter, with anything between 45 to 60 seconds strictly between the reps, doing like anything between 12 to 15 reps on each exercise. So the next, what would you do next, the next week? How are we going to progress? I would not change the exercise completely. I will keep the exercises, but there's a few loading parameters that I would manipulate. That's the reps, the first one. Then we're going to focus on the weight, the sets, and the rest between each exercise. So when we talk about the reps, I would decrease the reps down with couple of reps, so do less repetition for the next week. But what that means, I'll push the weight up with 20%. Then a number 3 loading parameter, that'll be the number of sets. Instead 3 rounds now, I'm going to jump up to 4 rounds. And now the last loading parameter that people don't pay attention or don't give enough credit is the rest between the sets. No talking, no making friends in the gym. You gotta work hard. So now instead 45 to 60 seconds, I will bring down the rest down to 10 seconds. So remember, you're gonna do 4 rounds now, less repetition. So obviously the workout will basically slightly reduce the volume of the workout, but you increase it. But then what you're gonna do, you're gonna create more oxygen debt by creating less rest between the exercises. So this way, and then the following week I will push even more, go up to 5 rounds, reduce the rest to 30 seconds, push the weight even higher, go to 8 to 10 reps. And then this way it's something we can basically progress training without straining the body too much. After 3 or 4 weeks, it's time to change the program, time to change the approach, because the body get accustomed to exercise very easy. I hope this find is very useful. Stay tuned. I'll be coming with a lot more strategy for training, for dieting, for recipes, for cooking. Body transformation is a complex process. There's no separation between lifestyle, diet, training. Everything needs to work together. You have to put a plan together. It's a lifestyle change rather than just approach where you only target nutrition or you only target training. Or everything has to come together as a complete overall program that makes sense and is working towards one specific and measurable goal: dropping your body fat down and building up muscle. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.